In this presentation, we're going to be talking about planning models. The health education specialist competency that this is consistent with is selecting planning models for health education. At the end of this presentation, we should be able to identify the use of planning models used in program planning, identify the major components of planning models, identify several health education program planning models, and have a basic understanding of which planning models are useful for a particular program's mission. So why do we want to use program planning models? Well, they provide us a clear outline of where we are and what goals to set to reach a favorable end. They help us lay out program planning steps to ensure that problems are anticipated and solutions are developed beforehand. They allow us to make real-world and ideal strategies when planning our programs, especially when they're used early. And they also prevent us from reinventing the wheel. There are many different program planning models. Fortunately, they all have pretty common elements, just labeled differently. So these important components include understanding and engaging the priority population, conducting a needs assessment, developing goals and objectives, creating an intervention, implementing the intervention, and conducting program evaluation. As stated in the previous slide, there are several different program planning models, like the health communication model. We have PATCH, we have MATCH, we have SWOT, which is a model that analyzes the strengths, weaknesses, the opportunities, and threats. We have the Precede-Proceed model. We have MAP, which is mobilizing for action through planning and partnership. We have SMART. A couple of these models we're going to go ahead and talk about further because they are the models that are used more often than others. So we're going to start off with the multi-level approach to community health, which is the MATCH program. It was developed in the 1980s and it consists of 5 stages that has several steps. It is applied when risk factors and priorities for action are already known. This model focuses more on implementation and it's aimed at multiple objectives and a variety of individuals. The strength of this model lies in the uniform attention on the individual, organizational, community, and governmental levels. Outlined here are the 5 phases of the MATCH model, which is goal selection, intervention planning, program development, implementation preparation, and evaluation. If you want to learn more about the MATCH model, go ahead and take a look at table 6.1 in our textbook, Introduction to Health Education and Health Promotion. You could also take a look below under this video. There is a citation and it'll show you the page numbers where you can find everything about the MATCH program in our textbook. Another planning model used is the SMART model, which stands for specific, measurable, appropriate, realistic, and time-based. It's designed to influence the voluntary behavior of the target audience. And this is also discussed further in the objectives and goals section in this workshop. Next, we have the health communication program. It consists of 4 stages, and these are continuous stages. That means that the cycle goes around and round. So the first stage is create the plan that will provide the foundation for your program. In this stage, you're going to identify what communication strategies will effectively address the health problem, identify the intended audience, use consumer research to craft a communication strategy and objectives, plan activities, partnerships, and baseline surveys for outcome evaluation. In step 2, or stage 2, you're going to develop message concepts and explore them with the intended audience using qualitative research methods. In stage 3, you are going to introduce the fully developed program to the intended audience. And then you're going to assess the program using the outcome evaluation methods you planned in stage 1 for stage 4. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the PATCH program, which stands for Planned Approach to Community Health. It was developed in the 1980s by the CDC in partnership with local and state health departments and community groups. This program was developed to increase the capacity of communities to plant, implement, and evaluate priority community health problems. Like I said before, it is on the local level. This model consists of 5 phases, and if you want to learn a little bit more about the PATCH program, you can look at the link below this video and learn more about its components. We're also going to talk about the Pre-Seed Proceed model, and it is the best known and most used planning model in health education. The Pre-Seed section consists of 5 phases, and the Proceed phase consists of 4. You will learn more about the Pre-Seed Proceed model in this workshop. Just look up at the top and go over to the next tab. In conclusion, there is no perfect planning model. You may have to adapt your model to suit your program needs. You may not even need to use the entire model. You can also integrate models to best fit your program. Again, below are resources that you can use to better understand some of the models that were presented in this PowerPoint.